guys, welcome back to Rochelle's Creations, and today I'm going to show you how you can make some pumpkin swirl cheesecake bars. They're pretty awesome and they're just in time for fall, so I hope you guys enjoy them, and let's get started.
A cup of coffee in the morning, and I get the paper. I check the headlines and decide that I am bored. I check my email and I decide to answer later. Another cup of coffee and I drag myself to work. My life is grounded in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know.
Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to make the crust for the bars. It's going to be a graham cracker crust, so we're going to use 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs, and you can just make your own by smashing them up, or you can buy them in the store. So I'm going to take the 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs and put them in this bowl, and then add 1/2 cup of oil. This is just regular canola oil. You could use pretty much any oil, just as long as it's not too flavorful. So I'll show you how I do that. I'm adding the first cup of graham cracker crumbs, and then I'm going to add the 1/2 cup. And then our oil. I'm just going to stir this up, and that's it for the crust. So I have mixed it with the oil, and it's nice and crummy, which is how it's supposed to look. Like that. And I'm going to take this square pan right here and pour our graham cracker crumbs, crust now, into this. Alright, and I'm going to spread this out. And if you didn't want to use graham cracker crumbs, you could totally use crushed ginger snaps or those specialist cookies from Trader Joe's, which happen to be vegan, and they're amazing. Or you could just use almond flour if you're allergic to gluten or something. I'm just going to press this down. Alright. And time to make the filling. Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need for the filling are pumpkin, of course. This is a 15-ounce can of pumpkin, and it's from Trader Joe's. It's pretty awesome. You could use your own pureed pumpkin, 15 ounces of that. We're going to need some vegan cream cheese. This is Tofutti. You can use whatever brand you like. We're going to have some maple syrup to sweeten it, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1 tablespoon of flaxseed meal just to get the texture right and smooth. We're going to have some cinnamon and some nutmeg, and that's pretty much it. So let's mix this up. Is in the bowl, and I'm going to add the cream cheese. You want to add almost all of it, but save about 1/4 cup that we can mix and swirl on the top in a little bit. So just put that in there. Like I said, nearly all of it. About that much. Like I said, about 1/4 cup. Leave it behind. I'm going to add 1/2 to 1/3 cup of maple syrup, depending on how sweet you want it. I like it kind of sweet, so I'm going to add 1/2 cup. Our flour and flaxseed meal. You can just add it a little bit at a time, and if you want to save a little bit of time, you can just throw this all in a blender or food processor, and that will save you a little bit of time getting the clumps out. But I thought I'd show you guys this way, just in case someone out there doesn't have a food processor or blender. Alright, let me finish mixing all this in. Add the spices and then mix it until it's smooth. This is about a tablespoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of nutmeg. As you can see, it's pretty smooth now, and you want to make sure you taste it to make sure that it's sweet enough for you and spicy enough for you. Just kind of taste it and make sure, because, you know, kind of too late once you have it in the oven. So now I'm just going to pour this on top of our graham cracker crumb mixture. It's okay if there's a couple of little clumps if you didn't use a food processor, because it's just cream cheese and it will dissolve in the oven. Alrighty. Topping, I'm just gonna put this leftover cream cheese into a bowl like this, and then I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of maple syrup and just stir that up. About a tablespoon of almond milk, and now I'm going to add a teaspoon of flour. This part, it's time to swirl the filling here over the main filling of the cheesecake bars. So we're just going to make a couple of approximate lines. They don't have to be perfect. This is just a little design. And you don't even have to do this if you don't want to. You could just spread it all over and smear it however you feel like it, but I think it looks kind of pretty this way. In fact, you don't even have to make a swirl topping if you don't want to. It is completely up to you. If you wanted this to be easier, you could just make the filling and pop it in the oven. But if you want to add a little extra touch, like I said, you can try this. Alright, so we're just gonna put that on a little bit like that. Alright, then I'm gonna take a knife and kind of cut through it like this. And it makes kind of a pretty little web pattern. And there you have it. So it'll look pretty cool when it comes out of the oven as well. And I preheated the oven to 375, and I'm going to put this in there for about 25 minutes, and I'll show you when that's done. Alright guys, so these are in the oven for 25, maybe 30 minutes. I lost a little bit of track of the time, but they should be pretty firm and coagulant when you take them out of the oven. And I set them on the counter and let them cool for about 20 minutes until they're, you're able to pick them up. And I'm just going to put them in the fridge, and you want to make sure that they chill a really long time, a couple of hours, because if you don't, you're going to cut into it and it's going to be kind of sloppy and it won't taste as good completely warm. So I'm just going to put these in the fridge. See the pretty pattern? Oh! Alright, so I'm going to put these in the fridge for 2 or 3 hours, and I'll show you when they're done. Alright, so I let them chill for about 2 hours, and this is what they look like. I cut them up and put them on a plate. There's still some left in the pan, and that's what they look like. So I hope you guys like this, and let me know how it turns out for you, or if you have some sort of pumpkin recipe that you would like me to make. So yes, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.